You can check at some point today, Jennifer Donchez to see if the flights are affected at Philly International. We'll get to that in just a second here. Expedia and Orbitz have stopped selling tickets on American Airlines flights.
I think it stinks. It's the latest twist in a dispute between American and travel websites. Essentially, American says that it would like to sell more tickets through its own website. Yeah. I knew it was coming. You thought about it. I didn't realize that they were paying, Jennifer, to have their sites listed. I didn't realize that's how it worked. And you're paying for searches, too, right?
Well, they pay a ticketing fee. So they pay... American pays Orbitz or Expedia $5 for every ticket that they run. Okay, so that, you might say, how much does that really add up to? It adds up to millions every year. Now, if you also look at an airline ticket might cost $500. A hotel might cost $500. You add them together, when you book it with Orbitz or Expedia, they give you what's called a package discount. Maybe it's $900. That's not Expedia dumping their hands and saying, here, you have $100 off. They have negotiated rates with American and the hotel to discount their flight, to discount the hotel. Well, American doesn't want to do that anymore. They want to get $500 for the ticket, and they don't want to have to pay that site $5. So now they want people to go directly to their site. However, if, Chanel, you do a search and you see that US Air is $462, and you see what times they have, now you got to spend your time and you go to American. And if you see it's $464, you're paying $2 more, but okay, you know, American now doesn't have to exactly be level, and they can get a little bit more, $1, $2.
Well, because they can't compare it?
Because right then and there you can't quite compare it the way you used to be able to compare it. And sometimes people do, does this include tax? Well, let me go through. And after you spent all that time, now American is only showing American. So they're hoping and banking that if there's a flight that's a couple of dollars cheaper at the same time, you're not going to know about it because you're going to look directly with American. The other thing is, like you said before when we were talking, just stop flying American. You know, it's cold now. People want to get to the Caribbean. Most of the Caribbean islands are only serviced by American. So what do? You don't
have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
St. Martin, Continental flies there.
Not that, or if it's cheaper, people just want the cheaper price.
So the best thing to do, you can go to Kayak first. And I would tell you to go to Kayak, and Kayak should actually have me as their endorsement person, because for years I have said go to Kayak. That way you can get an idea of what the flight prices look like.
She's not suggesting you travel by Kayak. That is the name of a website. Kayak.
We'll pull it. And when you do it, we'll pull it up here. But when you go to kayak.com, you say you're going to Utah. It pulls up all the different airlines, and you can compare, like I said.
And it'll send you to other sites. It'll send you either directly to American or to Cheap Tickets or wherever you want to go. But if you want to try to get a package, you can still call your travel agent. We still can sell American, and we can still get package rates.
Can you get it cheaper?
You can get it what you would see on Orbitz or Expedia. We have always been able to do that. We can keep doing that for you, and a good travel agent will not charge you any fees.
That's the key. I think a lot of people just assume that, you'll charge us fees, so that's why we want to do it ourselves.
Yeah, and all you do is send a note to your travel agent and say, can you find this?
All right.
Done.
Well, how do you make money?
The hotels pay us money. They pay us money for years. The cruise lines pay us money.
It doesn't come on our end. I'm telling you, a lot of people don't realize that.
No, if you pay $200 for a hotel, you're still going to pay $200 for a hotel from us.
Yeah. Right. If you can get us the cheaper rate, that's all that, seriously, I'm telling you, that's all people care about.
I read an article in the New York Times yesterday. They were doing a survey on, not a survey, an article on children that are born today. Things that they will never see in their lifetimes.
Okay.
And one of them was a travel agent. That may not be true.
They also said Kodak wasn't going to be around years ago, right?
Well, Kodak had to kind of reinvent itself, so I guess you guys
agents have too.
Yeah.
You know, we found that a lot of times clients can see what they want, but they want the reassurance that you'll be there if there's a flight delay. They want to know that you have the inside tip to that restaurant, to maybe a better price, to maybe fly the day before, to come home a different day.
I will tell you this, I'm going back to travel agencies. I have in the last 6 months, because these websites, some of them get so frustrated. I've yelled out at my computer. This has taken me longer than the flight.
Yeah. Right.
It's true. You can spend over an hour and a half.
The other day when I was on the computer for
longer than your flight.
He was so frustrated.
I've done his flight. He's very specific. He needs a certain row and a certain seat, and only on that day.
Because he's claustrophobic and can't
claustrophobic. And I'm weird.
It's only 2 rows.
Thanks, Jen.